right.
Oh, yeah, you went on
He
vacation.
is, where to
Yeah,
go?
he's down hiking in the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's in Moab.
Yeah, Utah, yeah.
Oh, that-
Yeah.
Everybody, my brother's in Italy. I'm like,
Oh.
That would be
come
fun.
on, people. Gee
Is
whiz.
he
Must be
coming back?
nice.
That must be nice. Didn't ask me to go.
Right? I'm glad Justin
Heck of a
didn't
deal.
ask me to go. But chasing dinosaur stuff down in Moab,
Well, that sounds like fun.
not my cup of tea, so.
And hiking.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
one.
that's cool.
It's an interesting country though.
Oh, the pictures he's
Oh,
posted
yeah.
on Facebook, I'm like, that's in Utah? I'm like,
Yeah, it's
Fun.
beautiful down
it
there.
looks different. I'm sure he'll have a ton of stories when he gets back.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Knowing him, yeah. So, well, how are we doing?
Oh, shit.
Good. And
You made me
yourself?
think about it.
We're on the mend. The ribs are not broke, so that is good. Got an x-ray finally, so we're good there.
Oh,
What happened?
Yeah, what happened? I wasn't here last week.
Went to the chiropractor last Tuesday.
and he stomped on him.
Basically, yeah. I went in for my hip and my knee, and he did that for me. And then he asked if I wanted my back done. And I said, yeah, sure. And he popped me once in the middle of the back. It was perfectly fine. And he moved to the left side, and he popped all the cartilage on the left side of my ribs.
Mm.
And I like jumped off the table. Like it hurt so bad. And yeah. So it'll be 3-4 weeks probably before I'm 100%, but
Ouch.
we're on the mend. Pretty much just sleep with an ice pack on at night, so.
And he's still charged you?
No. In fact, when I went and got the x-ray, I had to go down to Billings for that.
Yeah.
He told me as I left, he's like, yeah, I'll probably never charge you for a
Probably.
appointment again. I'm like, sounds
Yep.
good. I'm like,
Yep.
I'll go with that, so.
But you're not going back anyway.
Probably not,
I
yeah.
think you better go back to that.
Yeah, I mean, it was, I don't blame him by any means, like, it was a fluke deal. Like, it wasn't like he was trying to hurt me by any means, so.
Mr. Bushman?
Yeah,
Well, he's a good friend.
yeah, I like Brian, I've been to him a ton of times. And I said, yeah, we'll probably let you do the hip again, probably avoid my back for a little while, but, yeah, so. But, well, DES stuff, sounds like Tom answered all the RFI questions for the culverts and all that stuff, so.
Okay.
Sounds like we're in good position there. He came by, I think it was on Wednesday, and we chatted about it. He was gonna go back out to one site, I think it was on the Alacroy one. Looked like it might have got pinned wrong or something like that, so he was just gonna make sure of the coordinates.
Yeah, and then he
correctly.
wants the flares on it too,
Okay.
so you know.
Okay.
And that'll help that guy. It's gonna cost more, but it'll be, grant.
Yeah.
And that'll help them. Remember that guy made that point in the flares.
Yeah. So, I was a little worried because the guy's just like, yeah, I'll just email you a bunch of questions, and I'm like, oh, God, I hope I can answer or whatever. And we kept going back and forth, and like Tom was in the email string or whatever, and he never said anything, and I'm just like, uh-oh. Like, maybe Tom was busy or something, I didn't know. Then he shows up the next day, he's like, yeah, I answered all his questions for him. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, I called him, we talked it through. Perfect, thanks, Tom. So, made my life a lot easier there, so.
Is it flared or is it flanges, or what do they call
I
it?
think it's flare.
Okay.
I think that's what he had said before, so.
Yeah, so that guy sounds like he wants to approve this stuff, so
Yeah,
that's really good.
hopefully they'll have answers back to us next week or something, and we'll be good to go, hopefully.
I still think we should start taking them culverts up out the west.
Yeah.
I go by them all the time thinking, they've been laying there for 3 years, it's about time we own them.
Right? Yeah.
Down there's Escobies?
Yeah,
Yeah, not that way.
they dumped them out there at least 3 years
Do you
ago.
think they need a miss?
Probably.
If they were a little smaller, I'd pick one up. Kind of a little more like an animal.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that can't be more than $4,000 or $5,000 worth of stuff,
Not quite a felony.
maybe just say you're borrowing them, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, if any of them back, we'll dig them up.
Yeah, there you go. And
That's
then.
beside the point.
Yeah. Then I have we told you guys about that Red X software we're getting or whatever for, it's gonna help like the fire departments and that do reporting and that kind of stuff. So they gave me the first kind of crash course this week on it, so I've been messing with that all week. It looks like it's gonna make things so easy. Like,
That's excellent.
like I don't think that I'll ever have to actually go back into the actual the NIFR site, because it will literally upload everything to it for us. So, and like she showed me different templates, like you can it didn't say that it was AI, but it would basically generate a summary for me at the end of it, because each report needs a summary of like what happened or whatever.
Okay.
And just based off the info that you plug in throughout it, it'll pop out a summary. I'm like, oh, well, that's wonderful, because sometimes if you read the ones that the firemen write, it's like, oh boy, guys, you might as well just carved it out and chiseled it or whatever, the way some of the stuff they have wrote down. So. But yeah, it looks like it's gonna be awesome for us. So hopefully, once Justin gets back, I'll kind of go over with him what they taught me, and then next week, I think next Wednesday, I have another meeting for another section of it or whatever. We went over like 2 or 3 sections, and I got one more to deal with. So, but yeah, then we'll get like all the chiefs will have permissions and that kind of thing. It'll be similar to how our I am responding works or whatever that they have. They'll have permissions that they can go in and do certain things, but they won't have like total access to everything kind of deal. So, and then I'll get Charlie set up.
So will you be the administrator on those rights or whatever?
It'll be, I think it's gonna be me and Justin basically.
Okay.
So, and then I'll get like Charlie set up on it to where when she needs to know what trainings they've been to, like I don't know if she needs to know how many fires they've been to, but this thing is gonna literally say who was at the fire, how long they were there, that kind of thing. Because whatever dispatch puts into the CAD report that they send out for every deal, you know, whether we get canceled or whatnot, whatever they plug in there will automatically come into it as well. So, because that's a deal, I think it's called Central Square is what they use or something like that. And they're gonna integrate right into the system. So it's gonna be pretty handy, that's for sure.
Well, that's great. You guys are maintaining being progressive.
Well,
latest technology and all that good
I know
stuff.
it's definitely gonna help Justin, because like there's a mapping part to it or whatever, like when he needs to know, like, you know, say in Millstone's fire district, how many fires they had and how much acreage was burned kind of thing. It will show that now. Because I know on some of his grants, like he needs to know total number of fires. And I mean, for the most part, we're ballparking of how much was burned kind of thing. Like they go out with their Garmin's and that kind of thing and trace it out, but this thing will make it so much easier for us to be able to put it in. So
Yeah, it will help for grants.
oh yeah.
Because they want all that information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like I told Justin, I said in theory this thing's gonna pay for itself, like because we're gonna be able to go after more things, which is great. So
Well, and also, I don't know, better communication and everything, so there'll be some intangibles that are result out of that too.
oh yeah, definitely.
And it might make your time more efficient. You know.
Oh, I think it's gonna make like when, you know, Bull Mountain brings me in 10 reports or whatever, I mean, that could take me, depending on how slow the NIFR system is running that day, could be anywhere from an hour and a half to 3-4 hours. With this thing, it should take me maybe an hour.
It's gonna get to the
So-
point where you won't even have to be in the office.
That'd be great, yeah, sure. I wouldn't mind going out in the field every now and then.
You
Not
can
to
be
do
out on the
exactly
golf
what Justin.
course.
Yeah, that'd be great, I'm sure I can do some things to
Get an update once in a
From
while.
your phone while you're golfing?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I can already have the phone system itself call my phone, so, you know, it can work from anywhere.
Not that I wanna give you any idea.
Yeah.
No.
I think you gave me an idea.
So, that's kind of the main part of DES this week. I actually did my own address this week. I got one completed. The guy came in and I explained to him, I said, well, I can do the paperwork part. I said, but giving you your actual address, I said, that would be Justin. I said, I don't do what he does on his GIS part of it. And the guy's like, oh, I really need that 911 address. And I said, well, what's the hurry on it? And he says, well, my wife's pregnant. So if something happens, I'm like, okay. I said, give me till tomorrow. I said, I will get it figured out for you. And so I was able to get it measured out. It was off of
She had a baby that night.
yeah, I hope not. But
But don't screw it up.
no, I'm pretty sure I got it figured out, and I called Ron just to confirm. I'm like, I
Okay.
did this, and he's like, yep, that looks right. So the man is 30 Beard Road, so got it figured out.
30 what?
30 Beard Road.
Beard, is it beard?
Beard. Yep.
I thought B-E-R-R-E-D, like beard, bird. Like drinking a lot of beers. It's, if you had too many beers, you've been beard.
Yeah.
I thought everybody knew that.
Come next Saturday at the Fire and Slice Golf Tournament, there will be a lot of bearded
Beard
A
people.
lot of
So,
beards.
yeah.
Bearded.
Yeah. So,
For what it's worth, we signed your 128K.
yep, I see that. Got that here because Tim called me Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, we didn't get this one done. I'm like, I said, I don't know that I ever saw that one come across my desk. Like, we'd done the one for Northwest Pike or whatever for the 37,000 or whatever.
Yeah.
And so he sends me this one. I'm like, it sounds familiar. I said, but it didn't look familiar to me. So I said, well, I'll try to get a hold of Justin and see what it's coming out of. And he said, Fire Council is doing this one. So I'm like, okay. I said, I'll submit it. Hopefully it goes
Well,
through.
that'll
So-
let them buy it, right?
This will get all the materials
Yeah,
and everything.
Yeah.
And, cause I don't know if you looked on the invoice or whatever, the total was like 155,
Yeah.
and that was to include the labor or whatever. Well,
Okay.
until they actually get everything, they're not gonna worry about the labor just yet, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, and fire side of things, we had one fire over the weekend on, Wrangler Trail. I haven't got to actually talk to any of the firemen to understand exactly what happened out there, but it sounded like it started as some kids were doing something stupid, more or less.
No. Kids don't
Burning-
do that.
Is it tannerite or something of that nature?
Oh, yeah, well, you can
What's
buy
that?
them things.
I'm not 100% sure what it is. I was talking with Officer Bedford about it, and so it sounded like they were messing around doing something, and then that burn
You can shoot them.
kind of
Yep.
got away from them. You might know something if they spoke to you at all, but
No, they haven't, but I know what tannerite is.
okay.
It's an explosive compound that isn't explosive until it meets with a very high velocity projectile, which activates and starts a chain reaction.
Gotcha.
And you can blow stuff up with it. I've heard it's really fun.
I've heard it's really fun. So maybe it wasn't kids, no.
Yeah. So,
That's what I've heard.
but it was a very slow moving fire. I think it maybe burned an acre or whatever. Yeah, the guys got it out, I think, in a couple hours pretty quick, so. But that was early Saturday morning or Sunday morning, something like that, so.
You're right.
Yeah, once, I haven't seen Chief Salty or Darren Gebhardt to confirm anything yet, but when I do, I'll definitely have to ask him about it, cause Justin texted me and he said, what happened on this one? I'm like, I am not sure, so, in the report, the CAD report doesn't list like details of exactly what happened, more or less, so. But I'm sure they did like a little fire investigation into it, so. I was worried, cause the night before on our DES page, got a message from a girl that had just graduated asking about a bonfire, if they could do it, and I said, yes, you can. I said, as long as it's under 48 inches in diameter, you don't need a burn permit.
Yeah.
Anything over that, you would need one. Okay, cool. And then I see that fire, and I'm like, God, I hope that was not that girl. I'm like,
Said, well, they told us.
yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh boy, I'm like, I was very concerned, but it was not her, so all good there. But yeah, that's pretty much my week in a nutshell. Like you said, next week I'm gonna do some more of the Red X stuff and see if we get any more addresses or anything like that coming in, but.
We're gonna be scheduling budget work with you guys next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Justin's out, right?
Yep.
Well, we might have to do it the fall, is he back the following week?
He'll be back the following.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to put it
Yeah.
down.
We might have to wait.
Yeah. I mean, I'm learning the numbers as we go kind of thing, but yeah, you're definitely gonna wanna do that with
Yeah,
it
we
for the
can.
most part. I mean, I'd love to be in on it just to.
Well, it should, and the trick,
Yeah.
you know, I think the big tricky thing about you guys is the grants.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. when they come in, we always gotta get the revenue and all that stuff, so.
All right,
Okay.
good
That's
work.
what I got for you
Keep
guys
up the
then.
good work.
Thanks for coming in.
You betcha. We'll see
It
you.
might warm up enough to have fun golfing too.
I think I'll wait another week. Let the ribs seal a
It
little
was
more.
cold, oh yeah, I forgot about your ribs.
So.
Well, we were gonna have an inter-office racing.
Yeah, I couldn't do that if I had healthy ribs, so. Unless it's downhill and I can just roll. that
We need
kind of
file
thing.
cabinets, but that's not a problem.
Well, I'm good at hiring people to do that kind of thing, so.
All right,
We'll
thanks.
see you guys.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Let me see if Darcy's coming in.
Yeah, we could.
The meeting rolling.
Well. Is Kelly gonna come in?
Kelly Bird.
Yeah. Find out again.
Yeah, she probably will. She's 11:30, 11:45.
I don't know, you guys were here when Maureen Kowalski came in last week?
I
don't
think
remember if I was
so.
the only one here.
What she
She
wants
came
is-
in first thing. Well, she wanted to run it by us at Raymond.
Yeah, yeah.
Hillman.
Oh,
Yeah, she wanted to name something down at the fairgrounds after Raymond,
Yeah,
put his name on something. Well, George Grisman called Cheryl, that's why Cheryl called me, and said he doesn't want Raymond's name on anything down there.
No,
It's Marion Park right now. Marion Robinson, they did that for Marion
Original, yeah.
a long time ago.
Well,
That's the
and,
original name.
and that's okay,
Yeah,
but there'd be nothing wrong with just giving Raymond a,
some kind of,
if,
plaque.
notice of the day, you know, for this Fourth
well,
of
George
July.
was gonna come in today and talk to us on later on, so we'll find out. But I thought he still should honor Raymond somehow, cause
Yeah.
he was diehard rodeo all his
Well, he
life.
made the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame. So
So-
anyway, Noreen thought I was good.
Well, obviously George has his reasons, I don't know. but
Well,
we'll
but,
find out.
but he didn't think
But
we should
I don't
change.
think it's our decision, is it?
It's not, it's
Not
actually
really.
Fair Board's.
Fair board.
I just warned you, he's coming in to talk. to
Well,
us.
yeah, but Colleen, she came in here and asked us about that last,
Yeah.
what was it, last Friday?
Yeah, yeah. Doreen,
Is it Doreen or Colleen?
What? Doreen Kowalski?
Is it Doreen?
Yeah,
I thought it was Colleen.
no, it's Doreen. I graduated at Doreen.
Oh, that,
Of course, she had a nickname in high school. Not gonna say. We called her Bull Mountains. Bull Mountain Doreen Kowalski.
Oh, no.
Seems
She took it very.
inappropriate. Now that's gonna hit the internet.
No. Well, she accepted it.
Yeah, you can't make that up, can
No,
you?
you can't. Oh, no, I think, well,
hey, Ron,
you're right, it's the fair decision.
are you in town?
But there still might be somebody
Coming over again?
We can
Okay.
honor him somewhere.
Alright.
But if you make the rodeo Hall of
Just
Fame, it's
confirming.
like,
Yeah,
we got a
See you
rodeo
when you
over
get
here,
here.
you know?
Thanks.
I don't know, of course, I really don't know enough about the history of everybody.
Well, you know, the whole complex is called Marion Park, but the rodeo arena itself could be something with Ravens.
It'll be rainbow for the day, definitely, for this event, I mean, I don't know.
Whatever. Anyhow, we got a fair board meeting coming up.
He's kept that rodeo going for the last
Oh,
couple of years
yes.
when Daniel left.
Yeah, he was dedicated to it. And he went to a lot of rodeos.
Well, I figured he had to have been in order to get on the,
$25
The
go
whole
to rodeo
thing,
this
yeah.
year.
Fair board is on the 24th.
I figured it was coming up.
Hello. Yeah.
second Tuesday.
Yep.
Oh, shoot. Well, guess I'll file this down. Mental Health Center is down at Ridgemont. Did you know that?
That's what?
Or our mental health center in Billings. I'm officially on the board, but I've never been to it. Anyhow, they changed their name to Bridgemont.
Bridge? Everybody changes their names to everything.
Well, I seen these later, I thought, where did I get those? Well,
Who are they run
Liggett
by?
came in, Pam Liggett came in, and she gave me these, and I thought, oh.
Who are they run by? What, are they run by a hospital or? are
It's
they
a s-
independent?
Well, they get state money, and we give them money. We give them all our alcohol money.
Oh,
See, and they, yeah. But we got plenty of mental health people. They send people over to the complex, that's where those people down there, they're supposed to be, they work for the mental health center in Billings. But they only send a person over there, I think, maybe once a week, so it's not really that handy.
justify being open.
They can't afford more than that. I get reports from
So,
Pam all the
this
time.
is your
Pam
new
Liggett.
address, right?
I pointed her on it because it's on Fridays, it's always on a Friday,
Mm-hmm.
so.
Huh. That's
So
true.
Pam Liggett was happy to do it.
So what you need is a new
She brings me reports on what they're doing. I put Pam Carter on HRDC in Lewistown, because I was on that board, and it's on Fridays.
Oh, yeah.
So she goes up there and sits on that board and reports to me
Okay.
when she's not in Arizona. Ah, here we go.
There you are.
Hi.
Really?
Getting around pretty good.
Yeah,
How's the leg?
well, yesterday I overdid it because I was at home. I was like, I feel good. I can walk good. So I went and mowed, and this morning woke up. I was like, that sucks. It hurts. So I've been icing all morning.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well, we were gonna have you and Gary Lynn have a race.
We should.
Gary Lynn might win, because she's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, she has hers off now.
Yeah.
I did order a smaller brace.
Yeah?
I don't know. After last night, I kind of realized why I need to wear it.
It came to you.
Well, that picture you showed, that didn't look very pretty.
Would you like to see it?
What'd you do?
So, hey, it's a lawyer thing too, but. Ben, pay attention.
Oh.
So, I was at
Twist
the,
it?
no, well, yeah, I was at the races on Saturday.
And teach you.
Well, the bleachers are really old and decrepit, and I was walking down the stairs and one of the stairs went on me.
Oh, no.
Ouch.
I would say that you could do whatever you
Yeah,
want.
it hurt.
Just following this.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing you're a healthcare worker.
Well, you'll know how to deal with this mentally, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
If you need help, we'll
With
talk.
the mental
Any
anguish.
therapy?
Yeah. Jody asked me to write another article for, I think, the other paper. I don't know what paper.
So the Roundup Record Tribune is the real paper, and then Ken Davis does the printed on regular copy paper.
I think the
Herald.
Tribune.
Laura.
Laura, yeah. So I emailed her and it's a great letter, so I don't know if she posted it today or is that the new one?
That would have been written for, you would have written that last week for Friday's edition.
Oh, it comes
So
out today?
it'll come out next week.
Oh, okay.
If you didn't post it before Monday at noon, it'll come out next week.
I had a meeting on Monday, then I took the rest of the day and laid on the couch.
Okay,
I was hurting. But otherwise, a new person came in yesterday, so that's good.
really?
Good.
Yeah. Trying to get them figured out, and the kid that had the crisis, I've been keeping in very close contact with him. Just 'cause
You get more and more people there. huh?
Yep. the things are good. Chrissy may come next Friday, like actual in
Oh, yeah.
person,
Okay.
will be good.
That's good.
Yeah.
So that, cause that, will we still maybe have our teams meeting, or is that?
I don't know, I could ask her that. I mean,
We can always check in, but that'll work, okay?
yeah. And it would be good for her to come here and meet you guys and.
Sure.
Nothing really exciting.
What did I miss?
We swapped places.
Oh, yes, we did. What happened?
I was at the races and their bleachers are very old.
And she lost.
Walking down the stairs and one of the stairs went.
Did you break it?
In your
No.
office?
No. At the races.
At the race of,
If it
Mike's
was in
fearing
my
a
office, I
lawsuit,
would have
like,
been
wait a
like,
minute.
On the races.
No, she was on the races
Oh,
where they race cars.
And it's not broken?
just a lot of torn
Oh,
ligaments.
with that
Bolero.
outfit.
And they said it's
Yeah.
harder to heal
Bolero.
from the torn
Yeah,
And
ligaments.
it's harder to heal from a
Yeah.
bruise than a break, yeah.
Yeah.
Takes longer.
Yeah, she's.
Does that hurt?
Right now it does, yeah. Last night I was good, I was walking on it, cause I can walk on it. But then this morning I regretted that.
So you doing crutches?
They just want some stability and being off of the weight. But I did order a brace, so like when I'm at the house, maybe put that on, cause I'm not always on my feet at the house, you know, so
Right.
this is
That's
just
terrible.
big and bulky and I hate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how you did it.
Yeah. I don't
Oh,
either.
it was easy, it was nothing.
Yeah, that's
All did it.
terrible.
No, I didn't have to deal with it.
Yeah, we're glad.
I can't stand pain, I hate to be uncomfortable or ever have to worry about anything.
Confession time?
True confession time.
I'll tell you.
Yeah. I
Who did you say was
handled
coming
pain
next
quite
week?
well.
Christy May
Yeah, they probably.
Christy May. With who? Who's she with?
High pressure.
with Catalyst.
And that's MAE
You
or
kinda get that after a
And they
while.
go by.
After you've fallen off a several granaries.
Yeah.
I did have a question for you. So you had said you go into roundup schools, and have you ever gone to Millstone at all? Or
No, but
are
that's-
you able to?
That's something we could
That's
do.
on the other.
Okay, because I think that would be great. I'm over in Millstone, and so I have kiddos there, and I know I could think of a few kids that could probably benefit from your services.
I would have to talk to the principal, right?
Okay.
Is there a
yeah.
superintendent over
Yeah,
there?
there's a superintendent.
Yeah, so probably both of them, but
Okay.
yeah,
You should contact them,
yeah.
Yeah, that
Get
would
in
be
there
great.
and
because there's a lot of mental problems down there.
there's a lot of mental problems everywhere, especially in this office.
Touche.
I don't blame you for saying, you're not talking about me, I know you're talking about the other people.